Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back. We are continuing on making ephemera slash inserts for our canvas soft cover journal using printable canvas that I've just run through and print out this beautiful image by Nectars Creation. This is from, I believe this is from Cottage Lane 1. But I have all three kits and I've kind of mixed them up here. Beautiful, beautiful pages that we have here. We've put together our signature, and right now we're working on inserts. So I wanted to do a couple of tag tucks, and you know, I don't even need to really do this. This is so easy. You guys all know how to do it, but if you want to hang out, that's fine too. I am just using some seam binding here. Actually, do I need to? Yeah, let me ink the back of this before I put that seam binding in. Just a little bit so it's not so stark, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Looks a little aged there. Need a little bit more. Okay. These are beautifully aged on the other side already, so let's put some lace on the bottom of this. And then what I intend to do with these is use them as what I call a tag tuck. I'm going to adhere it to the page as a tuck spot. And so I've got this 6-inch piece of seam binding. So put that through. This is the trickiest part, because I have big fat fingers. So I try to pull this up so I can get my fingers through there. Pull that up, but if you pull on that, you'll rip right through your cardstock. Even, you know, I'm using 110-pound cardstock. So I just kind of gently wiggle it, kind of pull the front, and then gently wiggle this up. We had a little rain last night and this morning, which I hope is helping our firefighters. So many fires are burning right now. Okay, so this is 2 side tucks. So the way we'll use those is I will just attach those to a page like this and glue them down on this and this side and use that as a tuck. I like to have pockets and tucks because the pockets are kind of limited to the size of what you can put in them, but the tucks can put larger items, so it's kind of nice to have both in the journal. Okay, now I did put a little bit of that Aleene's, what did I say it was? Fabric Fusion. It's like glossy accents on this coin because I did this coin too. So I thought maybe of adding this to this, but I think I'm going to use this for something else. So yeah, I just put a little bit of, I don't know if you can see it, kind of shiny. Okay, so two side tucks. What else is on my list? Pockets, more pockets. So I took a couple of pieces of the ephemera that I printed on cardstock. This was a long piece like this. And I left it long until I knew that I didn't want to make a tag out of it, and I thought this would be beautiful for just a couple of pockets. So I just cut it in half and used my envelope punch to punch a notch. You know how I love doing that. And I'm just going to put some, let's ink it first. I'm going to ink it first. I'm a little scatterbrained today. Okay, so let's Don't really need to ink along the bottom, I suppose, because sometimes that just bleeds into your lace. So really just need to ink the other 3 edges. And then we will glue these down. This is not rocket science. But I think I started to say in my last video that consistency can make things match even more than you know, matchy-match colors, because you know, if you use different papers and then you do the same techniques with them, it's still going to blend together. So trim that off. I hope that makes sense. Makes sense in my head. Okay, let's see. All right, so I've got 2 pockets. All right, so we're getting a pile of stuff back here. Now I've got these pieces and I want to use these for belly bands. So I wanted this as the vertical belly band. This is going to be, yeah, about 1/8 of an inch from, well, pretty close. Yeah, maybe 1/16 of an inch top to bottom. And then this one I did at 4.5 so that I can have it come over this way but not interfere with the spine pieces or the binding edge. So do I want it that way or this way? I think I like it this way. So what do I want to do to that? I'm thinking I have these pieces. I could do some kind of a decorative edge on there, or I could just run lace on the top and bottom and use the decorative edge for another page. Let's see. Yeah, see, I kind of like when this is underneath there. What if I use the decorative edge on these 4 pieces? Let's look. I think I like that idea, and I'll ink it up. Let's do that. This is a Martha Stewart punch. I do not know the name of this, but it's the punch arounds. I have the piece that goes down the edge too. So between the 2, you're supposed to be able to edge around a whole doily type thing. But I lost the instructions. I find them every once in a while, but oh yeah. Is that, no, that's the scoreboard instructions. See? It said Martha Stewart on it. Okay, so I don't want this one, I want the other one. This is the one I want. Okay, so I'm just going to put this in the corner, and it works better if you line everything up straight. Okay, and this looks really cool after you get it all inked up. See, isn't that pretty? You know, sometimes we get all these tools and then we forget to use them, and especially my punches. I don't use them nearly as much as I would like. I'm going to try putting this down, see if it works any better. Not really. It's a little rough on my hands as far as using it like a thumb punch. If I used my whole hand, that's not too bad. There we go. Oops, or let it slide, but that's okay. Just pull that piece off. No one will ever know. Don't tell. Okay, so let's ink these, because this is where the design kind of really pops out. I love these old, well, I guess they're flower catalogs, right? That's what it looks like. It might be magazine advertisements, but it looks more like a seed catalog or something. I just love them. So I'm putting a little extra in the corners to kind of get that design to pop up. Okay, and go ahead and go around all the edges. Okay, let's do the same thing over here with the short one. A little extra in the corners. There we go. And now we have a couple of belly bands. So we will be able to insert those in our book. Okay, so the next thing I have is the CDs. Now I really, really like doing the CDs. So let me find some pieces of paper. I will take and print a larger tag to fit in these. This would actually be the perfect size. So what is this? This is 4 3/4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Okay, so what I'll probably do is print out one of the background pages on cardstock, and then cut that in half and trim it to size for these. So for this portion, all I want to do is, well, first I want to tape that back piece so it doesn't flap up on me. Just using a little micropore paper tape. That is the 3M name brand, if I remember correctly. All right, and I'm also going to put a piece of tape across here, and that is just for strength. You're not really going to see that. It's something on there. I'm going to turn it around toward me so I can see it a little better. You're not going to see this edge, but it'll give the pocket a little extra strength, because these CD sleeves are not super sturdy. Let's do this one. There, just along that edge. And on the other side, we're going to be folding the flap down, so that will give us the durability on the other side. Okay, so we'll turn those over, and we're going to fold these flaps forward. These particular ones do not have any gum or anything on them, so I'm just going to attach this down. I haven't made any of these for a while. These are always fun. And depending on how you attach these to your page, if you attach it this way, you'll have a pocket here and inside, but if you attach it on these three sides, you can have a pocket here and inside. So however you want to attach it. Okay, so I think I want to use these strips from this. I had another piece. Here we go. Yeah, just want to use that. So let's trim that there. I'm just going to rip it off. Rip a little bit of this edge. And we'll ink that. Okay, so we're going to put that piece on here. And I think I want to use some of these. Use the memories and the notes one. Get some of that glue off. Put a little bit too much. It's on my pocket. These have been coffee dyed, like I said. Alright, let's do some on here. This one's a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Rip that piece off. Using up scraps. If you can use up your scraps, you can save a headache, because they take up a lot of room, and if you toss them out, the guilt, oh my word. Okay. Yeah, I went way crazy with the glue on that one. Well, let's get all the glue off of one. And then we'll get it off of this one. Okay. So we want to add some lace on here. This is pretty wonky, but I'm just going to trim that there, see if that, I can kind of make it go where I want it to go, but it is still too long. Cut off another little. Okay. Right along here. There we go. All right, let's do this one. I think I'll just glue it on and then trim it off. There again, these don't have to be identical because they are going to be, you know, on opposite sides of the book. There we go. Okay, so I need something to put under this word. So what do I want to put under there? Yeah, that's not gonna show. Let me cut them out and then we'll think about this. Like I said before, I'm just making it up as I go. I kind of have a general idea in mind. of what I want to do, but then that doesn't always pan out. So I could just put that on there like that. If I ink around it, it'd be all right. Let me get all this junk out of the way. Ooh. I tried using these little tiny scissors. Where'd they go? They're so tiny that they sink down in there in my cup. But they're a little awkward for me. It's like using little kids' scissors. Yeah, I think I do better without them. Those will come in handy for some things, but the finger holes are not big enough for me. So let me ink around these. And there again, I think I'll just put those there because we're going to have that tag in the pocket as well, and that will show through. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so let me try and get this as centered as possible. Here we go. And we'll do this one. Now these are 5-inch pockets. So these are going to have to be right on the edge of the page. Maybe even sticking out 1/4 of an inch to accommodate the page size, which is fine because it'll be kind of like a tab. And then if I add a couple of tabs in other spaces, in other places, on other pages, yeah, I think it'll be okay. So I think that is everything I had planned to do today. Now what I need to do is make those tags and sew in the signature, and then see how far I need to go, if I need to make more tags, more ephemera, because I've got a whole stack of stuff to stuff in there in the book still. I have tons of tags and got some labels and things, but I think I want to get the book put together and what I've made so far put in it, and then we'll see what else needs to be done. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.